This is the story of King Baldwin IV, also known as the Leper King. Baldwin was born in Jerusalem on the year 1161. However, quickly his family knew something was wrong. At age 9, Baldwin was diagnosed with leper by William of Tyre, a disease which rots the body. During the medieval ages, leper was believed to be a punishment sent by God for sin, and carriers were morally tainted. Those diagnosed were often banished from towns, stripped of property rights, family life, and overall public presence. Because of this, King Baldwin's diagnosis was kept a close-guarded secret for as long as possible. If news had gotten out about Baldwin's disease, the kingdom would have been at greater risk of uproar and violence. Despite these difficulties, Baldwin took after his father and enjoyed academics, leading to him becoming extremely smart. Baldwin's father, King Amalric I of Jerusalem, was a ruler known for being intelligent and politically skilled. He provided Baldwin with very important military and political groundwork, such as his alliance with the Byzantine Empire. Unfortunately, on the 11th of July 1174, King Amalric I of Jerusalem died of dysentery, leaving the throne to his son, King Baldwin IV. At just 13 years old, King Baldwin IV was crowned king on the 11th of July 1174. However, during his early years as king, his health grew weaker and doubts about his leadership began. On a warm morning in Jerusalem, there was tension building in the air. Word of an attack on Jerusalem cities was spreading. To King Baldwin's surprise, in 1177, Sultan Saladin left Egypt to attack the city of Ashkelon in Jerusalem. Saladin was the first Sultan of Egypt. He was born in 1137 in Tikrit, which was modern-day Iraq. Saladin ended the Fatimid Caliphate and founded the Ayyubid dynasty. His family went on to rule a large portion of Egypt. Saladin was King Baldwin IV's biggest enemy during his lifetime and would be the biggest threat to the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Sultan Saladin marched through the desert and brought with him 26,000 men. He wasn't going out without a fight. Due to King Baldwin's declining health, he was advised by his noblemen to not go to war himself, with fears he may fall sick and die. Despite his noblemen's words, King Baldwin went to war on horseback, with a sword in one hand and a bandage wrapping the other. King Baldwin and his army were vastly outnumbered in comparison to Saladin's 26,000 men. Through Baldwin's smart military tactics, he came out victorious. This marked one of King Baldwin's greatest victories. However, this was not the end of the war. After Baldwin's crusaders shattered Saladin's forces, Saladin's army fled. Baldwin and his men followed closely behind, chasing them for miles. As a result, many of Saladin's men were taken out during the pursuit rather than the battle itself. This was very typical during medieval war. Ultimately, Saladin escaped Baldwin and returned to Egypt. Angry and tired, he made it back alive. Saladin was not the only one impacted by the war. King Baldwin's health became much worse. Leper disease has three main stages. Stage 1. Light or reddish skin patches appear with reduced sensation. Mild numbness or tingling may occur, but pain is usually absent. Stage 2. Skin lesions increase and nerves become damaged. Numbness, muscle weakness, and unnoticed injuries are common. Stage 3. Severe nerve damage causes deformities and disability. Vision loss and permanent complications can occur without treatment. As King Baldwin's time was coming to an end, he made Raymond III of Tripoli his regent. Raymond now had most power over Jerusalem. As Baldwin had no children, he ultimately made his 6-year-old nephew heir. This was primarily to block his sister's husband becoming king. At age 24, on the year 1185, King Baldwin IV died of leper disease.